So there's a few things that I don't do as a married woman. Number one, I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. My husband will be making his own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it's quite simple. My purpose is to be the queen of the castle. I just sit back on my throne and I supervise the peasants.
Why did you get married in the first place if you weren't going to uphold your duties as a wife?
Treating your husband like a grown man and not like a child. I love it. Because why are we enabling these grown-ass men and doing everything? Wow, she may be outrageous, but the comments are insane. Apparently, men only get married to get a maid. Yikes. The way half of these men...
You were supposed to become his helper, but instead, you became his roommate. Useless. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
So there's a few things that I don't do as a married woman. Number one, I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. My husband will be making his own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number two, I do not help him pay any bills. So if he is short on the rent, on utilities, or anything like that, it is not my problem. I will not be helping him out. His job is to provide for his family. So I am not financially contributing to any of the bills. Number three, I do not do his laundry. I have my own laundry and my children's laundry to do, so he could do his own. I won't help him put it away. I won't help him fold anything. That's his responsibility. Number four, he is responsible for replacing any of his essentials like soap, shampoo, anything like that. He needs to go buy it himself. Even if I'm at the store, I will not be replacing it for him. If he needs new underwear, new socks, or anything like that, that's for him to do. I'm not going to do it for him. I'm not going to enable a perfectly grown-ass adult because then they get used to that shit. So, no.
He needs to get another woman. I guess I'm weird then, because I love taking care of mine. It's a great way to show love and compassion, especially if they're paying all the bills. Wow, that's insane. I do the polar opposite. Hope he finds a better woman, a better partner. Marriage is teamwork. Absolutely, marriage is teamwork. My role is to master the art of relaxation, while my husband excels in domestic duties. It's a perfectly balanced team effort. I don't really see any need for this woman to be in the house. Other than helping with the kids, she's basically just a roommate at this point. That man is better off alone. He deserves a woman by his side who's willing to lend a hand. Furthermore, how can you truly love your husband and watch him struggle without doing anything to help? She's only there to reap the benefits of not having to pay bills, yet she refuses to do even the basics, like her husband's laundry or cooking for him. What this man needs to do is find another woman, someone who will genuinely support him. He has valid reasons for divorce, starting with the fact that she doesn't support him in any meaningful way. A real partner doesn't just sit back and let their spouse carry the entire burden. They step up and contribute to the relationship. If she's not willing to do that, she's not a partner, she's a liability. He deserves someone who will stand by him, not just take advantage of him. Now here she is, explaining her purpose in the marriage.
All right, so Benny Bloop here wants to know what is my purpose. And it's quite simple. My purpose is to be the queen of the castle. I just sit back on my throne and I supervise the peasants. I mean, my husband. No, but all jokes aside, my husband is very lucky to have me. Like, I could promise you that he's very, very lucky. And I'm pretty sure my husband has endless stories to tell his friends, his co-workers about how much of a helpful wife I am. But also, my purpose is to make sure that my husband never feels outshined by my cooking, by my cleaning, or my laundry skills. It's called selfishness. I need to make sure that he knows that he could do everything that I could do, or even better. But no, let's be for real. My purpose is to keep the couch warm and to keep the remote close. It's a vital role in our marriage, and that's what works for us. But what that video proved to me was that men clearly do not pay attention. Yes, they watched the video, but they didn't read no captions or hashtags, and they fell right into the trap. So that was a proven fact that men don't pay attention. You can't multitask and watch a video and read at the same time. All these men are so mad for no reason.
This is what's wrong with our society nowadays. This is why men are the way they are now. Yeah, you keep thinking that dumb shit. Then you'll back on here single, wondering why your marriage failed. Talking all that shit is just ignorant. You have a very unrealistic and optimistic opinion of yourself. I'll bet he tells stories about you, and they aren't as flattering as you think. And one day soon, he will find a good, loving woman. Believe me, sweetie, he's gonna get tired of your shit. And he's gonna find a real woman who's gonna be taking care of him with everything. You have completely overrated yourself. I agree you are absolutely selfish, and your marriage is doomed. Make this same video with your husband agreeing with what you say. Doubt that will ever happen. She's useless as fuck. I bet he has a side chick and is counting the days until the kids turn 18. Actually, your husband isn't lucky at all. He probably thought he was getting a proper wife, but instead, he ended up with a modern woman who doesn't understand the basic principles of a partnership. This is absolutely insane. Even when some women get exactly what they ask for, a chance to be a stay-at-home mum, they still refuse to uphold their end of the deal. This woman is waving so many red flags. It's a wonder how he missed them all. It's baffling to me why she's calling herself a queen when she doesn't even embody the qualities that title should represent. A true queen supports her king. She doesn't just sit back and expect to be catered to while contributing nothing in return. Instead of lifting him up, she's dragging him down, and that's not what marriage is supposed to be about. It's clear that she's more focused on her own comfort than on the well-being of the relationship. If she can't even fulfill the basic responsibilities of being a wife, then she's not a queen. She's a pretender. Now this is her responding to her comments calling her out. This could be a joke or something.
Somebody's luggage is out the door. Oh my God. I have to see if my luggage is out the door. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I hope it's not. Let's see. Oh no. Oh, thank God. I'll check again tomorrow. So if me and my husband were to get divorced, I definitely would not be crying. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, just click this comment and it'll take you straight to the video. First things first, if that was to happen, I'll make sure that I get alimony from him. So in the end, I'm still going to be winning because he's still going to have to be giving me money. And then if the judge doesn't approve the alimony, we have 5 children. So you best believe I'm going to be getting child support for every single one of those children. So it actually benefits him if we both stay together, because if not, he's going to be wasting a whole lot more money than he does right now. So I'll probably just cry, but from laughter. But we're over here too busy enjoying the humor to be worried about divorce. Like, divorce is not even a thought right now. But when it is, if it is, then I know I'm going to be getting a good child support check. Period.
So let me get this straight. This is a useless wife who doesn't help around the house, doesn't support her husband, but somehow expects to get alimony in case of a divorce. The entitlement is astounding. She contributes nothing to the relationship, yet she believes she deserves a payout if things fall apart. It's hard to see how she would even qualify to have custody over the kids when she can't be bothered to take care of the household or her husband. If she's not willing to put in the effort to be a responsible wife and mother, then what makes her think she's fit to raise those children on her own? The courts should see right through this. She's not just an unfit partner, she's an unfit parent. The idea that she could walk away with alimony and custody after doing nothing to support her family is not just unfair, it's outrageous.
Treating your husband like a grown man and not like a child. I love it. Exactly, because why are we enabling these grown-ass men and doing everything for them? It just makes no sense to me. He is my husband, not a child. I am his wife, not his mother. I don't understand why these men want a woman to bow down to them. If you want a woman to do your laundry, to cook for you, to do everything for you, then move back to your mama's house. Like, it's screaming mommy issues. Some of these grown men treat their women like shit, and then they feel like they're entitled to a woman doing everything for them. A lot of men out there are more than capable to do everything that their woman is doing for them. They're just taking advantage of the situation. Treating him like a grown-up is the best way to ensure he learns and grows. Treating him like an adult means that he can handle his own stuff. And in the meantime, I'll focus on being the best partner I can be in other ways. I figured he's a grown man and he could handle his responsibilities, and I could handle mine. Treat these men like men, don't treat them like children.
But you expect him to pay for everything? He is not your parent. If you want that, then go back to your parents' house and see if they want to pay for your shit. I do everything for my husband. He works and provides for us, so I take care of him. When he walks through the door, all he has to do is breathe and relax. He is my king, and therefore he is treated as such. Yeah, here you are having your husband do 90% of the work in the house, while you sit on your ass. Make that make sense. The same can also be said to women. If you want someone to provide for you and take care of you, move in with your own father and let him take care of that. So, do you think you're entitled to his money when you don't do shit? Why don't you work for yourself and buy your own shit, instead of using your partner's money when he's the one busting his ass? Well, you've got it wrong, madam. These men aren't looking for women to bow down to them. What they truly want is a partner who adds value to their lives by being an asset. The problem lies in how she views marriage, and that's the root of her delusion. She sees it as merely playing the role of a man's mommy, taking care of him like a child, and just doing labor around the house. But that's not what marriage is about at all. It's about mutual respect, support, and building something together. A good wife isn't just someone who cooks and cleans. She's someone who uplifts her husband, brings out the best in him, and contributes to their shared goals. If she thinks being a wife is just about doing chores, then she's completely missed the point. Marriage should be a partnership where both people work together, not where one person feels burdened while the other benefits. The real issue here is her skewed perspective on what it means to be married. Until she understands that, she'll continue to view herself as oppressed, when in reality, she's just failing to see the true value of a real partnership.
So if I'm understanding this correctly, what you're telling me is that your husband has a girlfriend on the side. Because ain't no way. Now, given some men are okay with having their woman be a stay-at-home mom, but any stay-at-home mom that I've ever heard of also contributes. You seem like you are contributing nothing. At least that's just how I see it. I don't know if there's a man alive unless he's just the exception that'll have you as a stay-at-home mom and doing absolutely nothing and have no woman on the side doing something. That's just my little opinion. Respectfully, of course. Sensational.